Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's Bryant's Cowboys going up. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Giants are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Cowboys, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants.
Man left, man left.
Here we go.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
Check 52.
We're going to 54. Wide in. Wait, check.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey, 4 down.
Now let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 54, go to 54, wide 80. Here we go. Kill. 58's the mic.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Kill. Here we go. Wide 80. We're going to 54. Kill. Wait,
Again, it's Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
We're going to 54.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Stays on his feet. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine.
It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, well, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Wide.
To throw is Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
That's it, baby.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, here we go.
4 down, 4 down. Alert.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Leopard.
Nickel.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down.
Strong right. Strong right.
All right, here we go.
4 down.
Here's Webb. And Ingram holds it in. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Tight end left, tight end left. Alert, alert.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Here's Ingram trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go now.
To throw on 3rd down. Webb. It's caught. Shepard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
All right, here we go.
Webb now from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A first down carry by Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Elliott a first down and more. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
A swing pass caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dorial Green Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Watch him now, Barney!
4 down, 4 down.
All right, now, look. All right, watch him now, Barney!
Throwing again. Webb. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Man left. 3 down, 3 down.
Here we go now.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Double tight.
Now let's go. All right, now look at
We got 4 down. Wide. Get wide.
Gun.
Shit.
Gun. Set. Green.
On 2nd down, Webb. Flush to his right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Got double tight.
All right, here we go.
4 down.
Green.
Check.
Leopard.
They go play action here on 1st down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Ingram at tailback. He's got it running left. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Green, 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now let's go.
4 down.
To throw on second down, Webb. And that is incomplete here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
This is Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Right here, he's tight on the right.
Hey, here we go.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Here we go. Wide 8.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Motion.
On third down, Elliott. And some room to work. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Strong right.
Prescott now, option right.
87's
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go. Wide 8.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, They get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
A second down throw for Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham. Third down here. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Here we go. Kill.
On third down, that's Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the left hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So they started that drive from the shadows of their own end zone all the way back at the 2, and they're able to get 3 out of it.
And, you know, shadows tend to scare people, right? Not in this case. This offense was not jumpy at all, handled it very well, put themselves into a position to score.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Watch it now, Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Green, 39!
Operating from the gun, Webb. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey.
Kill.
Four down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Watch safety creeping.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now this is Bryant on the end around. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
We're going to 54. Alert.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Double tight.
Here's Prescott.
4 down.
Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
And that stretches the lead to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith. Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time, it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
Check pass.
All right, here we go.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Webb to throw. Caught right side. It's Lewis. Got some room at the 30. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first down throw. Webb. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Lewis. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Roger Lewis. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Double tight, double tight.
Here we go, going to 54. Wide eight. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 54.
They go to Elliott again. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pushing through the contact. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Double tight.
Here we go now.
We got 3.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go now.
On 1st down, it's Webb.
He's coming, double up.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They're coming.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hurry up, 3 down.
To throw again. Webb, quick hitch, complete. It's Shepard, and they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Webb looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lewis. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Set. Green, 39.
throwing again. Webb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
Two tights. 4 down.
A play fake. Now Webb. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Flex round. Hey, flex round. Here we go.
And an alley to run. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Bailey now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Watch right there. So we got man.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Strong left, strong left. Exit, exit.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here we go.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Hey, hey.
Go to 54, go to 54.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 3rd down, that's Elliott. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
There we go. That's it, baby.
Set! Gun!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman.
Motion.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now. Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now.
Go.